What up, Jasmine, founder of My Voice, My Fight? I basically just wanted to take some time to give my fellow e-commerce out there a couple of tools and what I use to get lift myself off the ground in the initial startup itself. Um, for the most part, my particular focus was definitely providing people within the community at the local level a voice in itself, in whatever your social rights passion was. And so, in doing so, I had two websites. It started off with one and ended up with two, just because I found a platform that worked for me for my e commerce. And yeah, I just linked them both together. But if you're definitely getting into this, if you're starting it out, I definitely suggest having just one. It makes it a little bit easier on the SEO and the search engine paid advertising. But for the most part, I have two. One is the t-shirt, is my e-commerce. I do t-shirts and custom orders, and then the other is the actual movement website itself. And so, with that in mind, basically how I got it off the ground is I started off with my movement. I had a passion, I had a vision, and I just started. All I needed was, I didn't need thousands of dollars to get it up off the ground or to start it. I just needed to sit down and type. I had to write. And I had to write about, just, hey, what did I need? I needed a website. So I'm pretty good at building websites, but I used a template. I got my domain from another provider and just transferred it over to a templated website. It's pretty easy to manage. And with that in mind, I just basically dropped in my ideas, my photos on that website and launched it. Phase two, in that, I found a platform that actually facilitates and mails out my product to my potential clients. So I don't really have to manually pick and do all these things behind the scenes. I just create, so to speak. I make up designs. I put them on my product and I sell it to my clients. I use the funding from that particular site and I use that to produce and to push my movement in itself. So basically, you just have to figure out, the key is to figure out a platform that works for you. So whether it's starting off with the Amazon website or eBay or them both, or a bigger e-commerce website as far as BigCommerce and such, definitely find what works for you and go with it. A couple of things that are very vital in the beginning is definitely the content of your website, your keywords, the SEO, if it's SEO compatible. All of that is taken in consideration. It definitely helps with your placement, that authority when you are on the search engines itself. Um, and then also your paid advertising. If you are e-commerce, I suggest looking into Merchant Center, Google Merchant Center. Um, why not? I mean, it's definitely going to help you, with your conversions and such, and at the same time save you guys money in the long run. So with all that out of pocket, I say I spent about less than $50, and that was just the registering of the business itself and claiming my domain and such. All of that's included in that. Um, I if you It just depends on what your passion is and also what your product or service is too. So I mean, if you have a vision, I say run with it. If you are, of course, if you are advanced, you're probably not even watching this video. You probably cut off, because you probably all the way up here. I'm not saying I'm up here. I may be right here when I started right here. So if you're starting out, don't be discouraged. The first month or two, really the first few months is I say, very slow. It's that time where people are just, your authorities being built within the search engines. You're making mistakes sometimes, and then you're finding out what works for you and what doesn't work for you. I would not saturate my website with affiliate traffic, so to speak, where you have to out of pocket split that income with all these other channels. Figure out maybe one or two affiliate traffics, maybe even link up with a professional blogger. Um, And if you're a blogger yourself, definitely take advantage of that. But if you don't really like writing, so to speak, link up with a professional blogger. I mean, Instagram in itself is an amazing tool on communicating and reaching out to people who's already doing it in your industry. So find that niche, get plugged in, and run with it. And just keep in mind, there's nothing wrong with linking up with your competitors and learning from your competitors, especially if they're at a higher stage than you are. It's just a little bit different in e-commerce. I know some people may beg to differ, but it depends on what industry you're into. But I, for once, I I'm a minority business owner, and so I love linking up with other minority business owners, other t-shirt companies, custom t-shirt companies, and uh, bouncing ideas off or just learning from them. They're pouring into me, and I also pour into them. So I'll list my email below along with my website, so you can take a look. Maybe it'll give you guys some ideas on how you guys can strategize and run with it. But yeah, I'll be back with another video with some more details, in-depth details on how to actually get it off the ground. But for the most part, get your passion. Find out what you guys actually want to have as far as in your store. If it's a t-shirt, is it actually something that you hand make? Is it, find out your distributor, all of that. Find all of that out. Whatever works for you, especially with your time frame. I work 50 plus hours a week, so I don't really have time to sit in front of my computer another 50 plus hours a week facilitating things. But it's definitely something that you can make funds on the side to possibly turn it into a full-time position. I personally, I'm not there. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you that I am when I'm not. All right, but thank you guys again for listening, taking the time out, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I will update you guys on some more ideas. Hopefully this helps somebody out there. Peace.